Libras, come out to play. What's going on, my Libras? What is good? If you clicked on that thumbnail, you know where you reached. Stop playing. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame. Ow, I am Oh Marvelous One. Happy eclipse. Second day of the lunar eclipse, full moon in Aquarius. This is going to be your reading that is going to examine some of the energies that may be surrounding you guys, and we're going to be clarifying those energies as well. This is not going to be anything with a tarot unless I feel the need to clarify something. I will do that with my illuminated tarot deck. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Extended bonus reading to examine the energies that may be surrounding you in this beautiful eclipse. This very transformative energy. This energy that's causing us or calling for us to release what no longer serves us. I certainly hope you guys did that. Because if you do, you're going to feel great and be better for it, okay? So, 6-card reading, Libra. 3 cards are going to be represented by the Romance Angel Oracle cards. 3 cards are going to be clarifying those energies. That's going to be represented by the Soul's Journey lesson cards, which you know I call the blockage cards, okay? Right now, this is going to be uploaded on Sunday, July 29th, but it is pulled, the energy, your cards, pre-shuffled and pulled. Second day of the eclipse, Saturday, July 28th, okay? So it'll be uploaded tomorrow. Happy Saturday, happy second day of the eclipse. I certainly hope that you guys went ahead and tapped into this energy, which is double strong, okay? Equally strong for you to release things that no longer serves you, shed of skin, thoughts, patterns, allow the universe to knock people out of your life, so forth and so on. For some of us, we probably were expecting the worst, like myself, but it just hasn't happened yet. But let's not speak too soon. But it's been a beautiful energy for me. Beautiful, and I am so excited to see what's going to come. But let's get started, Libra. I definitely relate to you guys because I have a Libra rising, okay? So the face that I am putting on for the world is that of your sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, okay? So let's get started. As it stands now, Mars, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto, as well as Chiron, are all in retrograde. Remember that, okay? Now, let's get started. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, okay? Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So, just like with the Taurus video, maybe some of you guys are connecting with a Taurus because it told 3 different stories for 3 different sets of Libras. Some of you is worth waiting for. You can't relate to the other 2. Some of you is healing family issues. You can't relate to the other 2 energies. Some of you is honeymoon. You can't relate to the other 2 energies. Some of you, it's a little bit of all 3. I am looking at the bottom cards, and out of everybody's energy, Libra, you guys are definitely the ones that explains what I think we all feel, that clarifies anything that we all can ever go through across the board, and that's pride, love, and fear. Now, of course, I'm going to talk about these one by one, but there's something to be said about how the zodiac sign that wants to balance the scales and make everybody feel comfortable when operating at the highest is just beautiful energy. Got pride, love, and fear. And I think, honestly, that that's basically the universal language. We all love and fear. The only thing that this is missing is hate. Love, hate, pride, and fear are typically, regardless of zodiac sign, race, religion, class, creed, whatever, those are basically the universal elements. So it's interesting that your energy pulled these clarifiers of the energies. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, but you know that. You know that divine timing is at work in your love life. As a matter of fact, you've tapped in and you've been doing the work. You've been ascending spiritually on a higher level. Okay? But I don't think you feel like it's happening in the time that you feel like it should happen. And I can definitely relate to that. Listen. Nothing worth having is going to manifest in 2 days. The universal theme that I get a lot for me personally is always temperance. Worth waiting for, honeymoon, and healing family issues to me is temperance. If I had to take those 3 cards and combine them, that's the temperance card. Okay? You have to understand that that's patience, moderation, compromise, balance, and healing. Temperance. That's always my theme, Libra. You have no idea. I'm so impatient. Libra is cardinal air. That's me. Jesus Christ. It's hard. And the thing about it is that I'm triple cardinal. I have nothing fixed and mutable in my top 3. Get ugly. And on top of that, ooh, I can relate to this, guys. I promise. So for those of you who are impatient in this relationship, the small number of you that relates to these energies, 1, 1, and 1, I'm going to clarify that. But again, just like with the Taurus reading, I am tapping into that small number of Libras who all of this applies to you. Heal your family issues. Understand that your honeymoon is worth waiting for. Okay? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work right now. Is at work, Libra. Allow it to happen. Tap into temperance. We balance the scales. But when we're trying to balance those scales, it don't mean that depending on how we're aspected and what we got going on in our chart, that we're going to automatically be okay to just wait. Right? Of course not. Pride clarifies that. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Yeah, you hear me shuffling. You hear me shuffling. I'm getting them ready. You need to take the time and honor and acknowledge who you are and what your soul has accomplished in your life thus far. Pause. That's enough. You need to take some time and take a step back and understand that you have been doing the work. Okay? You should look at your past soul choices and be mindful of how through your positive actions, compassion, and understanding, how you have made a better life for yourself and others. Reflect on what you have accomplished so far. Jesus H. Christ. I understand, Libra. Don't underappreciate or underestimate your accomplishments thus far. If the universe is telling you that that this is divinely guided, you already know that. They're telling you that this current union is divine timing is at work. They approve. And in order for you to have gotten to that level, Libra, you had to do some work. You busybodies. That's right. And guess what? This energy of divine timing, the more and more you show patience, balance with the temperance, compromise, go with the flow, the more the universe rewards you and lets you know and will bring it when you are ready. Take rightful ownership of who you are right now, Libra. You have shared a unique light on this world. There's something that you bring to the table, and definitely in this relationship. Maybe you're feeling a little underappreciated. Maybe you're feeling like things are not happening enough. Understand that you don't get that validation from another person. You get that validation from within. Dig a little bit deeper. Set your pride aside. Okay? Love yourself and see yourself in everyone. Okay? No don't underestimate yourself. Celebrate your accomplishments. Set your pride aside. Okay? I understand it's hard to do that. But we've got to set our pride aside and be thankful for what we have accomplished in this relationship. And furthermore, give yourself a pat on the back for doing the work. Okay? Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Ooh, yes. Listen. We all have that scar or that trauma. We all have that scar or that trauma. And a lot of the times when this card has come up, I have told people that in my interpretation of this particular card, I feel like this is not so much necessarily what you went through as a child. It could also be the fact that you're carrying that toxic energy around in your mind and body of things that happened when you were a child. But I don't necessarily think, and a lot of the times these patterns, thoughts, behaviors are that are such deeply rooted energies within us. It's hard for us to let go because we don't see it. Think about it. 50% of it is not knowing, is ignorance. The other 50% is just not wanting to do it. Get ugly. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of the times we don't recognize that history is repeating itself. And how I've interpreted this cards is, I always break it down into half of what you experienced as a child and half of what's going on with you right now if you're a parent. I always look at this healing family issue card as us adults, this age group that I'm targeting, 35 to 45. Anybody can listen, but I tend to reach you guys more because that's my age bracket, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am. Ow, I said it. So with that being said, we're parents. A good majority of that age demographic has children. History, it has repeated itself from the things that we have not let go of, the influence of what went on when we were children. Okay? The reason why a lot of us attract unhappy relationships is because we're holding on to that. It's a deep emotional detoxification that needs to be done. I will no longer carry toxic energy within my mind and body. Release it. Release it. Okay? More importantly, it's the relationship you have with yourself. Self-love. Self-love. Okay? And you know what's beautiful about this, Libra? What is clarifying that energy is love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Listen. What you need to understand is love is a healing energy. When you start to love on yourself, you allow yourself to do two things. And I'm sure it's many other things that you can think of. Two things that I think is the most important in this particular message. Someone to love you and for you to know how to love. And if you're holding on to all of that toxic bullshit that you are carrying from your parents, and let's just face it, that molds us. Absolutely. But you have to think bigger. You have to think bigger, you have to think bolder, and you have to be better. Look at the children. Structure, responsibility, managing money. Some things is just a universal language. Absolutely. But who your mom had in her bedroom, how many times she cooked the meal, whether your father was absent or not and never called, and that manifests itself in this toxic way where you're over clingy. All of these things relate to something. When you love on yourself, you're going to reveal, not to mention, I'll talk about this in these spiritual consultations that I am going to be offering in the month of August. When you tap into how you love, patterns start, you see the patterns, they open up. 1111 Libra. 1111. Angel number. Ow. Okay. Go ahead and look up that angel number and apply that message right on top of what I'm giving you right here. Okay. Love energy. Extended bonus reading for you guys. Lunar eclipse. Full moon in Aquarius. Love energy that surrounds you from 7/27 to 7/31. Okay. Up, down, and in between. Doesn't have to happen on those days. I'm just doing it for video purposes. You know, I don't like really talking about how things is. If it doesn't happen on the 31st, it's not going to happen. You know, I don't believe in that. Let's rock. So, tapping into you and what makes you unique. That stuff is already predestined for us the moment we're born. Boom, there's the blueprint. Get to know those north and south nodes. Find out what you do comfortably versus what is your destiny. When you start to align yourself closer to your destiny, that's when you're going to feel more complete, Libra. I don't care how successful you are. I don't care how long you've been happily married. I don't care how many cars you got. I don't care how big your damn house is. Until you align yourself, your everyday life more with your destiny, you are always going to feel incomplete. And you better talk about it and tell them I said it. In this spiritual consultation, we're going to look at it at a very basic level on what you need to focus on. We're going to talk about crystals based on what you need to do with your unique situation. All of that will be on the scheduler. We'll talk about it. 15 minutes. It'll possibly be more, but 15 minutes of core. This is what I'm advising. This is what will help. What you need to focus on from a north node and south node perspective. Okay. So it's love. Love on yourself. By loving on yourself, you're going to do two things. You're going to allow love in, and you're going to know how to love back. Period. Okay? Then we get to the honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of this holiday time together. I don't feel like this is a definite honeymoon from a marriage perspective. I always break this one down different too. because we also know that phrase, and that's called the honeymoon phase. So again, Libras, if you resonate with this honeymoon card individually and you cannot relate to the rest of the message, congratulations on your marriage. Okay. This is not what I necessarily think a lot of, that's for a small number of you. Okay. For some of you, this is you igniting a long-time partnership. You're going on a honeymoon. You're not necessarily married. You're just going to enjoy honeymoon, quote unquote, time together. Doesn't necessarily mean you literally got on a plane either. This is just meaning that you're in the honeymoon phase. Okay. And for others of you, this is you possibly just, again, being in a long-term relationship, and you're in the honeymoon phase of that. Whether it be a marriage, congratulations. Whether it be you in a long-term marriage and you just needing to take a long-term marriage or partnership and you needing to take a trip together, and you're going to do some honeymooning, on that vacation, physically getting on a plane and leaving. But for the rest of us, okay, this is your relationship going into honeymoon phase, or you going into a honeymoon phase with a new love, with a relationship that you've had. It's just time for you guys to reignite the passion. Okay. Enjoy one another. Okay. That energy is being clarified by fear. Completely makes sense. Fear. Okay. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay. Up until this point, in order for you guys to understand where I'm coming from with this, fear has many guises, okay? It is an obstacle that your soul uses to test its tenacity and for you to stay on track. That is all fear is. I tell people to look the fear in the face. And I also like to examine what triggers that fear. Okay? Change that fear into love. Okay? Change that doubt into trust. The more you start staring fear in the face, Libra, and converting it, it will become second nature to you, and you will not be fearful. But this fear that you have stems directly from something that you experienced in childhood. I told you I was going to find a way to put it together, and I agree with that. Something that took place in your life. Maybe there is no successful marriages. Maybe there is no relationship with mom. Maybe there is no relationship with dad. Maybe mom and dad are no longer here and you never got an opportunity to heal those things. My condolences. There's something that has held you back. Okay? Something that has held you back. I just broke down pride. I broke down love. Okay? Fear is a test of your resolve. It's an obstacle put forward to make you doubt yourself in the situation. But the universe has already told you that it's worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for. That's what universe told you. Universe is telling you that this is a divinely guided union. And the fear and pride that you have built up, the self-doubt, it's been because of the way that you were raised, the things that you endured as a child, the way that mom and dad made you feel. But you're going to go and practice that self-love, Libra. And when you do that, the clarifying card, I did pull a tarot. It's the sun. The sun. The sun is going to shine down on this union. This is a major arcana. Success, happiness, happy marriage for you guys. See how that happened? The sun is here, Libra. This card is pulled as a clarifier. Will not be photographed. The sun is here. Melted away that pride and melted away that fear and shine down on that love. You better put your stamp on it, Libra. That is your message for this lunar eclipse and full moon in Aquarius. Work on loving yourself and letting those family issues go. If you want to book me for the consultation, we can go ahead and talk about it. The more you align yourself closer to your destiny, the more you're going to feel complete and whole. But there's a process. And I give you some very simple tools that's uncomplicated to help you get to it. But you got to do the work, okay? Beautiful, beautiful energy. I love this transformative energy. Love, love, love it. Libra, that is your message, babies. I hope that it resonated. Like, share, subscribe, okay, to the Marvelous Tribe. Ow. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got to get Aquarius done. I love their energy. Just saying. Okay. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and get out of here, Libras. I definitely want to hear from you. Let me know if you rocking with this and you can resonate. For those of you, but if it resonated, great. If it didn't, let it skate, okay? But I'll be back in a few days. We're going to start getting ready for this other eclipse in a couple weeks, okay? And Leo, all right? And I'll be back in a couple days with how does Bae feel about you for the month. We're going to be tapping into the energy for the new month. I'm excited, all right? All right, Libras. See you guys later.